up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your eagle heart could desire from these nincompoops. Jason and Elgin.
Hey, yo, toys! And welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where friends get together to talk about one of our shared loves.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
But also toy collecting.
Oh, yeah.
We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time listening to us or watching us live on YouTube every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it, don't we, Elgin?
We do. We appreciate it so hard.
That's right. And you'll also learn soon enough we are not toy experts. Oh, no, we're just toy enthusiasts. So we're not always going to get all the details right.
That's right. Before we jump into today's episode, we've got something exciting to tell you about. Our Patreon and YouTube community, The Core. When you enlist in The Core, the Cracktastic organization of retro plastic specialists, you unlock a treasure trove of exclusive perks made just for hardcore collectors like you. You get bonus episodes, shoutouts, early access, plus an exclusive chat with us and the other Core members. So don't wait. Enlist in The Core today. Just go to enlistinthecore.com to help support the show.
Snap into this wild episode as the gang chomps down on one of the most underrated toy themes out there, alligators.
Yeah.
From swamp-dwelling sidekicks to mutant crime-fighting reptiles, we're talking about all things gator in the world of toy collecting. Whether it's action figures with jaws that bite, rubbery bath buddies, or obscure oddities you've forgotten about, we're wrangling them all up. Plus, we'll share our favorite gator toys, a few collector tips, and the weirdest gator finds ever made. So grab your boots, stay out of the water, and get ready for a toothy trip down Toy Lane. And then, so I thought before we get going, we should explain that we're including crocodiles too. It's all the same. I think just gator is easier to say, more fun to say. I don't know, but we're not going to get nerdy today or like exclusive. We're not going to keep the crocodiles out. It's all the toothy guys.
They're invited as well to the party.
Do you know the difference between the two? Like an easy tell?
I do.
Cool.
Do you want to know what it is?
I know what it are too. I just want, so you can tell the audience so we can actually learn something today.
Yeah, if you look at their nose, basically, like alligator's snout is a little wider and out, and their teeth are actually inside. When they close their mouth, their teeth are enclosed. A crocodile will have a thinner snout, and then their teeth will be on the outside of their jaws. So usually a thinner looking nose and a wider, fatter nose would be an alligator, thinner would be a crocodile. That's usually the easiest way.
So if you learn nothing else tonight, at least remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then later in the show, Eldon's going to take us on a tour of a toy store, and that's going to be super awesome. And you can follow us on all the social media platforms, including Patreon, and those links can all be found at our website, cracktasticplastic.com. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs.
Yep.
They have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys. We also have a monthly contest that Elgin's going to tell you all about.
Yeah, every month we post something to our social media pages, whether it's a picture or something, and we need you guys to comment, and then we can pick the funniest or most off the wall comment, whatever we're feeling that day. But you have to comment to win $5. It's a $5 coupon to Toyax. So be sure to comment so that you can win $5 to toyhacks.com.
All right. Well, now it's time to talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander! In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
That's right. And even over in the chat, we had Just Tiffany says the mouths are different. She knew. She was chiming in. She was trying to help.
Yeah, exactly.
But thank you for that. All right, Elgin, what you got going on over there?
Well, I got a bunch of the kind of the same toy, if that makes sense.
Oh,
The same type of toy,
go on.
same company, let's say. And that company is Funko Pop. That's right. It's been a minute since I picked up some Funko Pops, so I thought I'd show them all that I got within, the last couple months or so. But I thought I'd just put them all in one big Funko
Theme it up.
pile, I guess. I don't know. Most of these I got for my birthday. Some of them were kind of late birthday presents as well. So with Ethan traveling and then with meeting my family and stuff later as well. So it's just kind of just a later get-togethers and stuff like that. So it's kind of a delayed birthday-ish thing. And then I picked up some more while I was also having that birthday get-together.
Yeah.
So I just threw them in with that as well. All right. So first, I got the first grouping was 4, and then I had another grouping of 4. So I kind of broke it up. So I ended up getting She-Ra is a 40th anniversary this year, and so Funko Pop put out a bunch of 40th anniversary She-Ra Princess of Power Funko Pops. So I got all set of 4 of those. So we'll go through those quickly. Of course, we had Hordak. He's looking pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the head sculpt on this is like insane, like how good. And that's the thing with these Funkos. They're every year they're just getting better with like how they look and how they're designed and everything. You go back to 5-6 years ago, some of them they don't look so great. Some of the face, like I look at some of the Motu ones from when they first came out.
Yeah.
And they look weird. Now they look more like, the actual cartoon or like anything.
Getting more and more detailed, adding more and more to them.
Yep. He's got his little blaster arm, which he had on the cartoon. But yeah, it looks great. I know they've done a Hordak years ago, but I never had one. So now I actually have one to go with the rest of my Horde clan of people that I have on my shelf. So yeah, Hordak. Of course, we have Shadow Weaver, his kind of right hand wizard, sorceress. That was always there. Always, whenever I think of Shadow Weaver, I always confuse it with like Dream Weaver. I was like, oh yeah, and it's Dream Weaver, the song. But no, Shadow Weaver, that's what it is. But yeah, even has a wand. Well, looks, just like, and they did a little. When I was opening, I was like, oh, are they gonna have like a little platform for her to sit on in case she's like topples over? She actually stands pretty well on this little
more base than half the feet on the
flared out robe. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Shadow Weaver. And of course, we have Glimmer, one of the other princesses, and she does come with a little stand because she's pretty top heavy. The giant hair, pink hair.
Don't care.
Yep.
No, that's cool.
They even give her little eyelashes and everything.
Oh.
But yeah, give her a stand, which she kind of needs. And of course, finally with this set, we get She-Ra, a new version of She-Ra. I think I have a couple other ones. I have She-Ra on Swift Wind, and I have her with her other sword. But the other one I have has a yellow sword, which is kind of weird, which is kind of more toy line like instead of cartoon like. This is more cartoon like with an actual sword, power sword, and kind of different hairstyle as well with her crown. And she does come on a stand, which she needs.
Yeah,
kind of a different pose as well.
Looks
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, looks awesome. Little cape in the back too. And of course, she came with a little extra feature, a little tiny little cowl,
Aww.
which I think is awesome that they made this tiny little cowl Funko Pop to go with her, and to kind of make it scale because he is smaller. I mean, in the show, he's smaller. He's just a little flying owl, and with these giant ears that
To
flap.
make something that little and give it so many paint apps.
I know, it's crazy.
I'm like, wow.
Look how good that looks. And it looks just like him too, which is crazy. Yeah, I think I posted a picture with the Voltec Cell Creations, and in that episode of Princess of Power, he steals Cowl. So I was like, oh, perfect. I'll just have him like grabbing him like he's stealing him and putting him in the zoo, the Horde Zoo. Which I did watch that episode a couple days ago, and it was interesting. So that's the first set of 4. Then I got these other ones while I was in Ames. Stopped over at a Target, and they had some clearance stuff going on. So I picked up, they had for Target Con, they did some Turtles of Grayskull Funko Pop crossover as well, which I didn't think they were going to do. So I picked up Skeletor.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Look at him.
Like all the paint, like you said, all the paint app and everything. All these figures with his cape in the wind. He would have his weapon, his nunchuck havoc staff. But like, it's crazy like how good this looks. But I think I got it for like $10.
So cool.
But yeah, he looks awesome.
Looks like he glows in the dark.
I wish it did. I don't think it does. I really wished it did. But, and then they came out with a He-Man as well. The stealth ninja He-Man. He's got the cape. They even gave him the little toes out of his boot. Look. I mean, it literally is exactly like the figures that just came out last year. So,
yay!
With his Bane mask as well. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then I got these as presents. I finally got a Zodak.
Oh, all right. Finally.
His weapon. Yeah, this was from Toy Tokyo 2021.
Yeah, his little blaster. It's all accurate. It looks great.
I mean, it's even down to like giving him some of that fake fur on his chest, the rippling on it and stuff. It's like, it looks just like him, which is crazy. But I mean, how good does that look too? It's just
really good.
I'm always surprised or shocked, I guess, like how good they look, from how accurate they are to like the figures, like the vintage figures as well. Maybe that's my draw to him too, because they look so much like him.
When the perception of it is just this little blob with eyes in a box,
right?
But really, you take them out and inspect it, it's like these are doing something.
Yeah, they're very well done. Like, I don't know why people crap on them so much, but like if you actually take them out of the box and like really look at them, the detail and the workmanship into them is awesome.
Very cool.
And finally, I got him. That's right. We got Meme Skeletor.
Yay, finally.
Until next time.
Oh, so good.
But yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you got him.
Yeah. I had him on my wish list. I think my brother picked it up for me. But yeah, just lounging, doing his Jeff Goldblum lounge.
So funny.
Yeah. I can't believe they've made a figure of a meme into a Funko Pop. It's so ridiculous.
Randomly Skeletor, even. Yeah. Just, I don't remember his nails being painted either. That makes him look really primped out.
I think they always were.
Maybe, but just so noticeable on that one.
Yeah. Well, not on the Origins one, I guess.
It's just
he's really
sexier.
Paint me like one of your Eternian girls. But yeah, that's all the Funkos I very recently picked up. Like I said, there's not been a lot for me to pick up, so I don't really get a chance to get some. I think
now you've got these 8. You're not going to have any more for a while.
I know. There's still one more I need. It's that Scare Glow on the scare mare
Oh yeah, I see it.
riding thing.
I see it
and
around in Target. Yeah.
I couldn't find it
Looks-
at Target when I was up
Oh,
there.
next time
Otherwise,
I see it,
I
I'll
probably
get
would have
it.
picked it up. Yeah, if it was on sale, I probably would have. But yeah, that's about the only one because I have the other one. I guess they
Yep.
made a faker chase, but I don't have that one. I have the one where he's like the video game tie-in or whatever app
Yep.
thing that was tied into it. But yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome. Awesome. Very funko-tastic. So I went to St. Louis a week and a half ago. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Tiffany, we went down to watch a St. Louis Blues game, as we do,
Sure.
and we got to see history made. Franchise record, 12 wins in a row,
Nice.
helping us get to the playoffs. Anyway, we're going again tomorrow
Mm,
for the last game of the regular season,
should be a
and
good
we're
one.
down to like, if we don't win, then this team has to lose.
One of those things.
One just with the last few games. Oh man, it's
Yeah.
she's hardly freaking out at all.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
think you'd be. Yeah, I would
I
be.
am too. It's so
Yeah.
ugh. Anyway, but so but I was already down there in like last week, but
Right.
and we stopped by Time Warp Toys as we always do.
Sure.
And just this morning, yeah, she says I would never freak out. Just today, I released a Thrill of the Hunt video with a way more detailed talk about these toys I'm going to show that I got from this trip to Time Warp Toys in St. Louis.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was quite exciting. It's got a big finish. So up first is Desert Blackout. He's from an Allspark Battles. It's from the 2007 movie.
Okay.
Just a little guy, and he's pretty cool. He's a pretty neat little chopper. He's got this neat little tan, but with this purple little accents and silver. He looks pretty cool. His arms are dumb as hell, but anyway, he's cool. Super cheap, so I had to get it.
Sure.
I'll
Well, you
just-
got to get the small ones to ease your way in.
Yeah. I got this. It's a cool character. I have the big giant one that's really, really, really cool. He's like Grandpa Jetfire is what I've been calling him.
Okay.
But he's called Photon Missile Jetfire. This version of Jetfire from, I believe, the Revenge of the Fallen, maybe.
Okay.
And he's the stealth jet bomber. He's this looking
Oh yeah,
guy.
yeah.
And so they make a big one where he's got like a big long beard and he's got like a cane and stuff. And the way his legs, he looks like he's just barely hanging on. And this guy's got no elbows, which kind of sucks. But he was cheap too, and looks really great in jet mode. I don't know if he's going to stand. These are some wobbly ass,
Yeah, it's pretty loose.
pretty legs here. But again, it was cool. I love the jet fighter that it is, the stealth bomber that it is.
Right.
And then also from the movie, there was another set called The Final Stand Screen Battles. And it had this guy Long Arm going against Bumblebee, and he's a tow truck,
Mhm.
and he's really cool. He has a neat little paint job where he's mostly a white truck, and this is like the front of the hood of the truck, going like the light bumpers here going this way. So it's got a neat little paint job on it.
Mhm.
And anyway, he looks cool. I've always wanted him just because he looks so great, and I like his paint job. He's a neat little tow truck. But movie stuff, I don't normally collect it. So I'm just picking and choosing things I like. And
Yeah, the Baver stuff.
Yep, he comes with this. This transforms into his big wrecker hook thing on the back of the truck, and it turns into this gun thing, which is neat. Pew pew. But I haven't figured out yet. Still haven't figured out how to get him to hold this. I see it in a picture.
Yeah.
But I haven't figured it out yet. He's got these weird little hands that aren't doing anything. They got little holes there, but I don't know. They kind of
weird.
I'll figure it out one of these days. And then Transformers Animated, one of my favorite toy lines ever. I have almost all of them almost complete. There's just like a few variants that I'm waiting to pick up. And here's a couple that I found. Well, I wouldn't say complete because I hadn't really worried about collecting the activators, which was a little sub line for kiddos in the animated line where they're neat. They're little small dudes, but they have a little gimmick where you push the little button, shoop, and they transform kind of automatically. Not like a one step, but like more complicated and cooler. And the way this Bumblebee transforms is bad. Come on, you stupid camera. Anyway, he's great. He's a variant too. He's Patrol Bumblebee. A normal Bumblebee's all yellow, but he got powered up. And now he's Patrol Bumblebee, and he too has weird hands that are just molded to the inside of this car door here. He's got 2 elbows, 3 elbows. I don't know what's going on here, but
3 elbows,
2 wrists. But a really cool version, and super stoked to have another animated figure. Oh, there's one more. So there's in this other pack, Rescue Ratchet gift set. Ratchet's normally, well, he's one of the first aid guys.
Right.
And he's normally in the show like this maroon color, but for some reason they put out a gift set with him all yellow and stuff, which
that's weird.
Really freaking great. And he came with a couple little mini versions of characters, but I just got this guy.
Right.
Again, super cheap. On the package it said no weapons, and I'm like, well, I found these 2, so anyway, I'm like, I'll get it. Happy to get this variant. Check it off the list. He was also voiced by Jeffrey Combs, who I love, from like Reanimator and stuff.
Yep.
I got to meet him once, and I got his autograph, and it wasn't from Reanimator. It was at a horror convention where I met him, but he had a picture of Ratchet on his table. I'm like, that's what I want. So
anyway, like, you're the first person to get it.
Maybe. And so having this cool variant of Ratchet is so freaking cool from Animated.
That's awesome.
One more to go, Hilgen. Remember that last bonus episode, number 5, what we just did a little while back, for the core members?
I remember it like it was
not long ago.
A few weeks ago.
We recorded this bonus episode. Our bonus episodes are kind of like our Grail goals. We take turns talking about different Grails that we're looking for, or always want, and probably will never have. And this part on this latest episode, I just talked about it. Would have been that Monday.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, I go to St. Louis, and it's there. And not only, so I walk up, I see it. I don't even see it right away. It's in this glass case. There's other things there, but my brain's just like, well, there's no way it could actually be there, right? And there it was. And not only was it there, but it was at a price that, well, that's why I'm going to show it to you now, because I couldn't walk away. It was not that it's not that it was unattainable. This thing goes for $350, normally. I showed you that on the bonus episode. We looked at some eBay listings, and it's like, okay, you can get one, but you just got to save up and do it. But so this is from the Collectors Club, Transformers Collectors Club, BotCon type exclusive toy. The second I learned about him, I was just scrolling through. I'm just going to keep stalling. I was scrolling through some pictures on my phone, maybe last night, and I came across, I had saved a bunch of pictures of this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like 2013 is when I saved him. I'm like, look, Tiffany, I really have been drooling over this guy for years. I've wanted this thing for so long.
Over 10 years.
And the second I saw him, I'm like, this is maybe the most beautiful toy I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it makes me feel a little tingly, to be honest. And it's of a Beast Wars repaint. Not a big, giant Beast Wars guy, but it's just, and I'm holding it in my hand. I'm freaking out. You see this little thing, and you're like, "What the fuck is he about to?" Ultra mammoth.
Right.
So it's a repaint of a mammoth figure as Ultra Magnus, and so there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
The first thing that I love so much are obviously these big giant tusks.
Yeah.
Like it really gives me the feelings of like car doors or wings on these
Sure.
Transformers, just having that like big pose thing.
Stance, yeah.
God, it's just magnificent. These frickin' horns up here. I know. Tiffany just says the camera does not do the colors justice. Yeah, this blue
never does.
it shines. You see it's weird. The front of the elephant turns into this gun, which is bizarre as hell, but they're trying to use all the parts. Yeah, right. I'll take that off just the same way. So weird. But anyway, here he is. He's a prime. He's Ultra Magnus colors. Oh, look at that. So yeah, $119.99.
Jeez.
I don't know. It's what we dream about. Just somebody not knowing what you have. And this place knows what they have.
I know they priced some stuff that shouldn't be that
I
price.
know. That's why I was so in disbelief the whole time. And I'm walking to the counter and I made a mistake. Thankfully, I didn't pay for it. But I'm walking to the counter trying to not beam and be so excited, like float over there. And the guy instantly sees me carrying it. And he's like, "Oh, that's the one with it's missing the missiles and stuff, right?" I'm an idiot. I was I said, "Oh no, they're right here." And then I like started pointing to all the missiles. I'm like, "No, they're here. They're in the gun. And I was like, "Oh no, did I make a mistake?" He's going to be like,
he just like crosses out the price and doubles it.
He's like, "Well, that's cool. We're going to change the price."
Yeah, give me that price tag.
But you could tell, like, he's like, "Oh no."
Oh no.
It's because he gave it to me for that. He's got
should have been like, "Yeah, it is. I'll give you 100."
Matrix leadership in there, all chromed out with this translucent blue. A lot of translucent just in his chest piece. Oh, it's freaking beautiful, man. There's some chrome in there. The sticker, I need to take it off, but I just can't believe it still. So
to remind yourself forever how cheap it was.
I literally said in the video, I'm like, I'll never own this thing.
Right.
It's just one of them things you're going to pine over the rest of your life from 2013 till the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And nope, you just get lucky once in a while. And
yeah.
Oh my gosh. He's so pretty. Okay. Well, from one beast to another. That was a pretty good segue. I didn't even plan that. That was good.
Yeah.
Gators. Where'd this come from? We're just standing outside after practice.
Yeah.
Band practice.
That's usually how it goes.
We're just like, hey.
Behind the scenes here.
Yep.
It's just like it's only the only time we can get together really and kind of face to face.
Yeah.
And talk about things.
I also feel like we're like, I don't think bands nowadays even practice once a week anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem normal. Or we're just so old school. It's like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I was like,
we want that.
We're supposed to do that, right?
Anyway. Oh, I know.
But yeah, it was just kind of, we're just throwing ideas around. And I mean, I don't know how well known it is of my love of gator related toys, but
well, every time you get one, I know I'm like, dude, it's another gator for you.
Yeah, I don't know why I like them so much. They're cool. I don't know. It's just
yeah, no, we all relate.
They're fun. I don't know. Maybe because they're still a prehistoric creature. Yeah. They're been around since the time of dinosaurs and really haven't changed much.
No,
genetically speaking, anyway. Maybe it's gotten smaller, but they're basically the same they've been roaming around since the time of the dinosaurs.
I know. I was looking up earlier
yeah.
a toy from Jurassic World, the Sarcosuchus, whatever.
Yeah.
It's got a little more bulbous snout.
I think Ethan has one of those. I should have grabbed one. I know he has one.
Oh, I'm sure he does. That's why. Yeah. Anyway, so we can go back and forth. I grabbed all the ones that I had, and I'm sure we'll have maybe a couple of the same, but
yeah, I think really what kind of kicked it off maybe was being on tour and going to toy stores, and I've always liked Imperial toys. They came out in mid 80s from Hong Kong and sometimes China, but they have a stamp on them that has a little crown that says Imperial, usually 1985. And usually you just flip over. If you don't know, you flip over the toy and look on their stomach, and it's usually imprinted into their on the toy. And they're usually pretty cheap. They're like $5, between $2 to $5, sometimes 10. But if you can't find anything in a toy store and you want something vintage, it's usually the easiest place to go. And they're awesome. And they kind of remind me of being a kid too, because it's like I feel like even as a kid, all kids had these in the 80s, had something, a molded plastic toy that you just like slammed on the ground or whatever, or like ran into the dirt or something like that. So it kind of reminds me of that and stuff. Most of the time I would kind of collect these, the kind of the bootleg He-Man stuff, the dragons, knights, and daggers, whatever that subline was that they put out, which had kind of these mythical creatures and stuff like that that would fit a 5.5-inch He-Man-esque figure. But they also made animals, and I think I got like an elk or caribou or something like that on one of the trips, and some other stuff. But I saw this guy in one of the stores. I was like, well, is it Imperial? Yep, it is. I got to pick it up. And it's this gator.
Oh, yeah.
And with this mouth that just
that's frightening because it goes all the way to its tail,
like
doesn't it?
It's you
you
could lose it. It's literally hollow all the way down in there. I was looking down now. Yeah, it's all the way down to his tail. So this is completely hollow all the way down.
Weird. Frightening. Nightmares.
But if you can kind of see if it'll pick it up here, I'll point to it. It's right.
Yep, with the little crown. It's hard to see. Oh, there you can see it. It's almost focused. There you can see it. That helps. Cool logo there.
Yeah, it's a very cool logo that they put on all their stuff. But yeah, it's like, this is my head. It's about as tall as my head. It's quite, but it's just, when I've looked at enough of these Imperial toys that I can usually spot them like, oh, that's one. Because they have a very distinct,
I've seen you do it. It's weird.
very distinct look to them that just molded. Some of them are bootleg, other, later ones, but a lot of them look very similar. So maybe this is kind of what kicked it off. Already my Imperial toys collection, and this is kind of just an outgrowth of that.
They just scale with your He-Man.
Yeah, but they do.
It's so cool.
If you have Skeletor here riding him,
yes,
it's
some of the bigger ones.
Maybe that's why. Yeah, it's a little bigger, but maybe Beastman or something, or Merman could be like part of his crew.
Is there any movement in that tail?
No, there is no movement in these toys.
No.
You can bend it, but it's not articulated. There's no articulation in this toy. There's zero. It's only because it's molded.
It's one single mold.
It's just press molding. Like they squished it out, and it's all one piece.
Yep.
But it's literally vintage plastic. A toy made out of dinosaurs to represent a dinosaur.
Love it.
But yeah, so that's kind of my my gateway drug of reptiles would be this guy going into it.
Well, I'll do my first come to mind toy.
Sure.
is a G1 headmaster called Skull Cruncher, and
Oh yeah.
there's many of these you'll see in a bit, but this is the first one. He comes with a little head that turns into a robot, and he's you can see his little head there. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
Yep.
But yep, pretty freaking sweet. Happy to have that. I think Flyboy got me the head. Grox? I can't remember the names of those little dudes. But yeah, there's going to be several Skull Crunchers to come, but that's the OG right there.
Yeah. I have this other one that's from 85, but it says made in China and doesn't say Imperial Toys. I think I just bought it because it still said 85 in it. But it's this other kind of
what's in his mouth?
So he has a little squeaker in his mouth. So I don't know if this is like a dog toy or not, but
oh yeah, that's lovely.
But yeah, I don't, or maybe it shoots water.
I wondered that at first, but that's a pretty proper squeak there.
Yeah, I haven't put water in it just because I don't want to ruin it. But there's no articulation, but it's got some cool, like if you look at how the ridges are on his back and stuff, and his eyes.
Cool.
I probably got this at like a toy show. I feel like, in like a bin. This feels like a bin toy. That's what a lot of these are. They're in bins. But I love digging through bins. So do you, I know.
Yeah.
And when I come across something like this,
you're just like see a gator, buy a gator.
Yeah, kind of.
Just add them to the collection.
Yeah. But yeah, little squeak toy, I guess. It was probably like a couple bucks, they're not, ridiculous priced or anything like that.
Well, I'm gonna maybe steal one from you here, but I was excited to show off my vintage Whiplash. Does he count? He counts, right? Look at this. He's got a tail.
I don't know if he is a gator in particular,
but he's got an elongated mouth. I was trying to sneak him in there.
I didn't bring mine, so
oh, good.
I have one actually. It's right over here.
He's right there. Well, this part. It's this part. That's very gatory to me. I guess.
The tail is, yeah.
So look just how different cameras are.
Yeah, I know. This is my vintage one.
Wow. Okay. I'm like, why doesn't mine glow in the dark like yours? Jeez, I need a new camera. I just got this new camera. So dumb.
I have a lot of light shining on me as well.
I do
above
too,
in here.
I don't know. This camera's mad at me.
Yeah, yours should be yellow. Yellowish green.
No, he's more pea green. He really it's closer to this color. Not neon like yours, but anyway. Whiplash, I thought he counted. He's got the scaly.
I mean, he's like an underground. His lore of him was he's like they live underground and stuff, and there's like a whole clan of them and stuff. But yeah, I mean, you could count with the tail. Definitely is like gator-ish tail too. Continuing on with some more molded plastic ones. I don't even remember where I got this. It was probably like 50 cents or something. With just a little another molded gator.
So cool. That's like realistic-y or
it's like those hobby toy ones, Yeah, he looks really like he's gonna come out and bite you. I should put like a little golf ball in his mouth.
Yep.
He took my hand, Chubbs.
Yeah, or look, I got extra hands here. You could just put in his mouth if you wanted.
I probably have some in there.
There's a fist you could just stick in his mouth.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't. It says on the bottom. It says Terra by Batat, manufactured in Canada, but made in China.
Got a whole arm.
Well, yeah, just another little molded.
That's cool.
But yeah, he just hangs out with the rest of them.
Well, we got Alex is in the chat here today. Says, "Hey ho, gang, I've arrived." He says, "Titans Return Croc is my favorite crocodile.
Do you have that one?
I do. Let's look at them.
Hey, there we go.
We got Decepticon Croc.
Are most of them Decepticons?
Yes.
Okay.
He's actually based on a Action Master, I believe. This color scheme, anyway. So imagine like a little like those blockies that are like model kits, that just 5 points articulation. That's kind of what this guy's based on. That looks like this with this color scheme, and so this gator is just a repaint of Titan Returns Skull Cruncher. So same dude, same repaint.
Yeah.
But we hadn't seen this guy for so long. So when this guy came out, we hadn't seen really a Skull Cruncher in a minute either.
Right.
So the fans were just like, "Oh, they need to repaint it." Bam, they did it. And these colors are wicked. Now my camera's lying again. This green here in his head are definitely more vibrant than my dang camera's giving it, but got those. And then one more, I'll sneak one in here. So they repainted this mold again and put it out in these Walmart retro boxes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Of the headmaster looking boxes.
Yeah.
He is repainted a little. The colors changed and are in different spots. Paints are a little different, but cool of them to do the headmaster gimmick again in these retro boxes, which look freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
On the wall, on the shelf, little tech specs and everything. This came first. They repainted it for that. There's little differences, but yeah. So some more Skull Cruncher love.
Well, I think I'll finally move on to some actual figures.
Toys.
Toys. So these like baby toys. I don't know what you want to call them. But there was this 2-pack moving to DC world here. 2-pack that I got with this Batman and this Killer Croc from Spin Master.
Woo!
He looks pretty good.
God, he wants a hug, Elgin.
He does. He just wants to hug you
to death.
Yeah, and he does have some articulation in his shoulders, a little stiff.
That's cool.
But, and some leg articulation, thigh swivel. But yeah,
of course you picked that up.
Yeah, it was on sale. Also, that was probably also the reason. But when I saw him first, I was like, I gotta wait to find this on clearance, and I finally did. I think the Batman comes with a little motorcycle. But yeah, this Killer Croc is pretty awesome. Spin Master does some pretty good job on some of these DC figures as well. I don't really collect a whole bunch of DC stuff, but when I do, it's Killer Croc.
I love it. Yeah. And what I love, I'm so happy about this episode because to me, it's going to really solidify I have to get all the Crocs now for sure. All the Gators and Crocs, really forcing you to get them all now.
I feel like I have a lot, but there's probably more. I don't have any Transformer ones, though.
Oh, well, you need to get this one stepper, another Skull Cruncher. Here he is as a alligator. It's as cheap and simple as could possibly be. Kind of has a gator face there.
Yeah, kind of. In the shape of.
But bam, boom, bang. Flips
around.
Like
more than one step.
Well, I guess this tail moving out of the way is what makes it
like 1.5 steps.
Yeah. But whoa,
hey.
Gator, Skull Cruncher. Just one of the one steppers that I love.
Yeah, they're great.
Yep. I'm just gonna explode again.
Moving on to G.I. Joe. Of course, we had the Classifieds came out with this 2-pack, and of course I had to get it when it went on clearance. I was eyeing it for a while. I'm like, man, I hope this goes on clearance, and it did. I think I got a half price. But we got Croc Master. I know he's kind of Croc adjacent.
I'm so glad you got him, though.
Yeah, but he comes with Fiona That's right. This articulated gator here is Croc. The tail that moves around, the feet move, they even twist, little
Whoa.
feet twist and move,
Fancy.
articulated jaw, and then neck movements, lots of movements on it.
Wow.
And it's just great, like how good it looks and feels too, like soft rubber on it as well. But it's just the teeth are like,
Oh, she's got to be the highlight of your
yeah.
collection. That's so cool.
And it even came with a couple baby gators.
Oh yeah.
Who's about dropped it?
Aw,
This
an
little tiny
albino
little-
one?
Yeah, an albino, and then like this little gator. They're
Gosh,
so tiny.
I thought they'd grow bigger by now. You feeding
Yeah,
them?
I don't know. They've been in a box. Actually, Ethan reminded me because I got this out. He's like, "Hey, where's the little ones?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's right." But yeah, I don't even know why it came with two tiny ones, but yeah, in comparison, they're so tiny.
Oh yeah, wow.
I mean, you can put them in their mouth. In her mouth, she's
Oh,
she's a mama carrying them around.
Aw.
But yeah, this thing is crazy. Like how good it looks and feels. It's even like it's got a soft stomach.
Oh
You can,
wow.
like push in a little bit. But yeah, there's like foot articulation, and then hip
Wow.
with like ankle stuff on it. It's
Dang.
insane. With the I mean you can move it almost all the way around.
Dang. Do the full gator roll.
Yeah.
Just twisting.
Death
that.
roll. Death roll.
So cool.
Yeah. It's But yeah, then coming with Crocmaster as well.
Great set.
But I mean this is classified size, so you're looking that's how big it is.
Dang.
Comparatively. it's a big gator. But yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. Yeah, like I said, I think I had a half price.
Oh.
It was like Target, one of those Target,
Yep.
clearance out things, and right time, right place, and picked it up.
Woo! So cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go with my smallest gator. This is from Rise of the Beasts. They make these little tiny weaponizers. So this little gator here turns into oh, no, if the mouth opens. I don't think so. But turns into some gun. I don't remember. I'll break
gator
it.
Gun.
Yeah. So this little fella stays on my desk anyway, and turns into a little gator. We got two more.
Yeah, I got two more as well.
All right.
So going back to this is a toy that I had when I was a kid. Still have it now, obviously, because I'm holding it. But it couldn't be more gator related figures than this guy right here. We're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the OG Leatherhead.
Wow.
You have
I got the
remake. That's why I didn't buy that one, because I have this one complete with his shotgun, his little trap, articulated jaw.
Yeah, colors look about the same.
Yeah.
I mean, as they would.
Yeah.
As they could on this camera.
Right. But
you had him as a kid. That's your childhood.
This is my childhood Leatherhead, and he's still complete, which is insane.
That's not normal.
Like nothing's broken on him. He still has his belt with his little trap, his shotgun. That's complete. Yep.
Yay.
Now
so cool.
He's in a battle royale on my shelf right now with the other turtles.
All bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got the baddest bad guy of all. This is a weird little thing they did in Beast Wars. They made Megatron into an alligator. And so we can maybe see his face here. Looks kind of Megatron-like.
Yeah, kind of.
Because, yeah, got this big gator head, and the way he folds up, you can see his body and tail. This tail comes off as a gun. Okay. You can kind of see it there, but yeah, neat little. the way they use the different greens, I liked. It
Yeah,
really
that's nice.
breaks it up nice. These little feet hanging off are weird, but that's what you do.
Yeah.
Little Megatron as a gator, and it was a 2-pack, and they made Optimus Prime was a bat, which was weird, but
Strange. Yeah.
which is really cool too. Cool little toy, same
Yeah,
size,
indeed.
the little guy, but.
All right, this is my last one, and it's, I think, one of my favorites of this line that came out last year. My toy line of 2024.
Oh, I know what it is.
That's right. The Turtles of Grayskull. Yeah, it's another Leatherhead, but this thing is freaking awesome. Like, I know it's not really like a combination of really any of He-Man stuff, but just to have this size of a Leatherhead with this trap thing, an updated trap. I gave him a shotgun because my OG one has a shotgun, so he needed a pump action shotgun. He doesn't come with that, but I just gave it to him. I had a spare toy. But yeah, it's just, articulated jaw as well. But just the origin style articulation, but with like, I don't know. There's something about him. This giant tail, it's articulated as well. And yeah.
So freaking cool. I was trying to mute, guys. There's a car alarm going off here, and I can't
I was
do
wondering
anything about it. I was like, I was just trying to be quiet. But
yeah, this thing
look
is
at
like,
that.
Like I said, a lot of this Turtles of Grayskull was supposed to be a combination of like two things. He's not really, which I'm kind of fine with that. Like, he came with a different hat. That was literally it. It was like this Eternian helmet. I just keep him with his normal hat because, you gotta have his hat. So yeah, it's like, so like I said, gave him a shotgun. I had a spare one, but with this giant trap and just, it's just so awesome looking, and
it looks really cool.
Yeah, and of course it's a gator. I had to get him, but I had to get all those.
Well, you're getting them all.
Was good. Yeah, I was getting them all anyway, but it's a standout in the line for sure, for me anyway, personally.
Are you keeping up on the waves or any slipping by?
For Turtles of Grayskull, I have 2 waves coming in a pile of loot here whenever they ship it to me here.
So you're gonna
I'm
be
waiting.
complete.
Well, I'm missing Merman because it was a Walmart exclusive, and I'm missing. They're coming out with a Super Shredder and a King Hiss, which are supposed to be out later, so I still need those 2. I think,
but a Merman's out.
Merman's been out
looking for him
last year. So I did a cursory look on eBay. I shouldn't have, because it's just
doubled already.
It's like $100.
No,
and above. It's ridiculous. That's a $25 toy.
That's
and
stupid.
It makes me sick.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing that's going to be a future Grail figure.
Right.
Sadly. But yeah, this one is, I think I found it at a Walmart. This Leatherhead, and I picked it up, and I've been trying to get all the ones that I can pre-order. I've pre-ordered, so I have them all now. They're in my, like I say, whenever Big Bad Toy Store ships it, I've sent it, but they're still processing it, So yeah.
All right. Well, my last one, it's one that came out early in the War for Cybertron series before I'd even gotten back into it, so I missed it. And then it came out. I caught it on a redo pre-order, and that sucker stayed on pre-order for like a year. And I'm like, am I going to get this thing or not? And it's an Alligator con from the movie. One of the 2 things in the Pit of Judgment. There were gators and there were Sharkticons.
Okay, yep.
And so you can see his little gator mouth there. It's on his back and his tail that just kind of transforms all together. But anyway, a little happy to get this dude that you got a little tail type thing, turns into a sword. It's got this big old spike. These green and purple is always awesome.
Yep.
Alligator Con.
Pretty awesome.
Well, what ones are of note you want to talk about that we don't have to show off? Do you have any of those?
Trying to think.
I had there's Loki alligator pop. I know that. Maybe some Loki with a gator.
That's right. Yeah.
For a second.
The little horn things from the Loki series.
There was
That's a cool one.
There was a transformer in the Beast Wars called Terra Gator, who was just like this Fuzor, the little gator dude.
I just remembered one. Crocobite from Masters of the Universe, late in the line. It was part of their, hey, let's do something like Transformers and make our own Transformers. It's the Meteorbs line. And they were like they were these eggs that came from outer space and landed, and then they transform into things. I have like 3 of them now, but I don't think I have Crocobite. I have like some other one, like an ape and a robot one and something else. But
Super 7 did this big figure of. There's one episode of Transformers where I think Optimus gets disassembled and put back together into an alligator-con, another word. But it's like this, it's a gator that's kind of red, white, and blue in the colors of Optimus Prime. It's really weird. It's such a bizarre episode.
Yeah.
That was one. There was Wally Gator from Hanna-Barbera way back in the day. There's some Wally Gator toys. I even saw.
Yeah, I'd have to think of like Hanna-Barbera stuff. There's probably a bunch, but not that I have figures that I would know to collect, I guess.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I just find them in the wild, then I'll probably pick them up.
You'll get them. I'm sure there's more Imperials out there.
Oh, I'm sure there's probably something.
All right, well, let's take a quick little break, and we'll keep thinking about gators while this nice lady tells you all about our podcast network, the PFPN, Prescribed Films Podcast Network. Hey, check it out.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal: providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we're back, and now it's time for Elgin to take us on a tour of a toy store.
All right. So today's store is called Fantastic Toyage, like voyage, but Toyage, at 5288 Merrick Road, Massapequa, New York. That's about 17 hours and 33 minutes from Ottumwa. But if you're in New York City, it's only an hour and 7 minutes away. It's actually on Long Island, is where it's situated. It has a bunch of Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Barbie, Marvel DC, and they call it the Star Wars headquarters of Long Island, actually. But did you know that the original settlers were Native Americans from the Lenape tribe that spoke the Algonquin language and named the town after their term for Great Waterland? That's Fantastic Toyage at 5288 Merrick Road, Massapequa, New York.
Awesome. Let's go there.
Yeah.
It looks really
Long
cool.
Island.
Yeah. We might get kicked out. You go talking like that.
That's how they talk, right?
Right. I think you're right.
Oh, okay.
Well, another way to talk is to tell your friends about our podcast. If you want to help support the show, that's one of the best ways to do it. We really appreciate all the support. Another way you can help out the show is leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. If you do, we'll read it on the show.
Heck yeah. Well,
You can get on the show.
yeah.
And like Elgin said in the beginning of the show, enlistinthecorps.com. That's one of our best and favorite ways. If you want to go the extra mile, you want to be a awesome person, you want to be a Corps member.
Yeah.
That's our Patreon, and there's lots of tiers there. You can give a little bit each month, and it helps out the show. Lots of perks. If you're more of a YouTube person, you can click the join button down below. That gets you the same kind of perks and maybe some other stuff too. But one of those awesome perks is shout outs on the show.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do right now. We're going to shout out Tony Miller, Chris Turnip Simmons, Alex LaForest, Bill Fisher, that's comedian Bill Fisher, and Colin Bunn. That's right. Thank you guys so much for being Corps members. We really, 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 really appreciate it.
Really?
Like really? Not
Really?
even, yeah. For realsies.
Okay.
All right. Well, what's the best way to catch a gator?
Take away his credit card.
Perfect. All right. Thanks everyone for watching and listening and doing all the things. Hit that like button, help the algorithm out, all those awesome things. Until next time, we'll talk to you later. Keep being awesome. Bye-bye.
See you later, alligator.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.